Yeah, sure thing.
Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yep.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient.
Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
From Disney, on March 21st, the musical movie event of the year arrives in theaters.
My name is Snow White.
Flawless.
Exquisite.
Get tickets now.
Waiting on a wind.
Snow White will have you on your feet
I think that's a wonderful idea.
and cheering for more.
I was thinking the same thing.
Experience the magical story.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
Snow White.
Disney's Snow White. Only in theaters March 21st. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Tickets on sale now.
At T-Mobile, our critical mission is providing unparalleled 5G coverage for when connectivity is mission critical. Introducing T-Priority, America's best 5G network experience for first responders, even in times of congestion. More capacity, faster speeds, better coverage. T-Priority from T-Mobile. Built for tomorrow's emergencies. Ready today. Discover more at t-priority.com.
For qualifying organizations on eligible rate plans, coverage not available in some areas and may be impacted by emergencies.
Today at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop Deal Double G.
Snoop, where can people go to find great deals?
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence on us, plus 4 lines for $25.
That's quite a deal, Snoop. And when you switch to T-Mobile, you can save versus the other big guys' comparable plans plus streaming.
Respect. We up out of here.
See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence requires iOS 18.1 or later.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
Zach, I have a request.
From you or somebody else?
From me.
Okay.
Does that make it more or less likely to be fulfilled?
I don't like where this is going. I'm unprepared. I feel ambushed here.
I would request that when you do the daisy chain, you do an abridged daisy chain until the last 3.
What?
Compromise.
What are you talking about?
He's trying to meet you halfway.
So when you do the daisy chain, you say homoerotically gagging each other, twin brothers,
What?
Boondock Saints.
What chain are you on?
The deepest.
Am I making that up? Is that not what you say?
What you just described is not a daisy chain. That's a Daryl chain.
Derek chain.
So for this one, it would be until you get to Vantage Point. Do an abridged daisy chain. Daisy chain was waxed from Paris with Love.
I was planning on doing that, but now that you've...
And now you're not going to.
Well, now I don't like being pressured into...
I wasn't pressuring you. I was asking.
He did call it a request.
Nah, that was a loaded request.
It wasn't loaded.
It's a borderline command.
Whoa.
Okay, well now do whatever the fuck you want and I'll cut it all. How about that?
Who's that command?
Amin's not helping any of this right now.
When does he ever help?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I help all the time. I'm the biggest helper there is.
No but.
No but is great. Don't you wish I was no butting right now?
You are?
Go back to your argument.
So you were going to do it on your own is what you're saying.
I was going to do it on my own. I had a whole plan.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No but.
What are you talking about?
No but.
CT5 liar.
Not CT5 truth teller.
CT5 liar.
CT5 truths. OLI. I was going to do that on my own. Because it is getting kind of long. I do like a lot of the jokes in there, but I was like, all right, I can make it flow. But now...
That's going to be longer. That's Zach formula. You asked me to do it? I'm going to do the opposite.
I'm going to do the opposite. It's possible I have a problem with authority on some level.
You?
I'm open to the idea.
That you're open to?
Yeah. Well, I'm open to just about anything. Calm down, Amin.
I'm still excited I have a problem with. I was like, oh, should I do the line? Should I not do the line? That's a moment past. I don't know.
Now, you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way. Well, they can get a whole lot worse. So we're not going to fight anymore.
You think this dude's gonna take Ed down?
MVP is gonna blow Ed out of the water.
He's the most valuable primate.
You betray the law!
I'm sorry, misogynist. Men are hoes too.
You've said hoes 58 times in this episode, and I'm the misogynist?
You unbelievable, man.
Wait, you guys have notes about 9/11 for this movie?
How do you not?
Yap about this and yap about that and yap all night long. Fucking yap.
It was in my dream. That's not how I feel.
It is how you feel. It was in your dream.
Some of us like to be prepared.
How are you not taking accountability for your mind?
Because I know I'm lying. Like, I know for a fact I'm lying.
You sick little bitch.
It was awful. It was incredibly boring. It was long. It was stupid. It was horribly written. The acting was terrible. It was a huge piece of shit. You're a fraud. It's a phobe.
So everybody just be very respectful.
But he's dead now, right? So we can't make fun of him?
Is he dead? No, if he's dead, we can make fun of him. If he's still sick, we can't.
Hold on.
If he's dead, we can make fun of him.
Yeah.
I don't think we can.
Whenever I hear numbers, my head converts them into chess moves or seats at the garden.
I don't know what happened to you, man. You used to be cool, and then you got blarted.
You tried to pick AIDS on me in the T-Rex episode?
That's my fault for not remembering what century I was in, bitch.
It's been a good run. Thanks for playing. See you at the eulogy.
You want the punani?
I don't require Ed to have a condom because I trust him.
Anthony, you're going to be busy today, huh?
Yeah, it's nothing new, chef.
Host! I am an alcohol segregationist.
That thing's gonna move up like R. Kelly.
Salute to all the old ladies around the world. I love you.
You got horses. What you need, a thoroughbred.
Sometimes my emotions are just roaring like a T-Rex.
That's a lot of pussy.
I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me.
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast. We break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin and Mayes, and that's Anthony Mayes. Make sure you listen to us on Spotify, or I'm going to scream at you while I stab myself in the chest with an ice pick.
Not yet.
Spotify is where you can vote in the poll, like the poll for From Paris with Love. 39.2% phobe, 60.8% file. Spotify is also where you can leave a comment, like DJ MC Pro, who said, I knew the broad fiance was an agent as soon as she asked him about his day at work.
Good for you, DJ. I knew it before she even came on screen. I said, this cuck looks like the type to fuck another terrorist.
Or Boholt, 1978, who said, just watch this on Tubi. It's the perfect cinephobe movie. Bald Travolta, a vase full of cocaine, and styrofoam fast food containers from the 80s. File.
Man.
No Bose Holtz.
If he had fired that rocket launcher while hanging out of the window, it's such an easy file. Don't tease me.
And Dan Perry said, oh my God, clip what? A fucking tiger is from Eddie via a Life of Pi reference? Mind fucking blown.
Yeah, file.
Richard Jenkins, Richard Parker. That was the connecting tissue there.
Why is that the connecting tissue?
Why would your dad?
Jeez.
That never gets old.
It's always funny to me. It's always funny.
That's held on for a long time.
I've always thought at some point it's going to stop being funny.
No.
And here we are.
Not yet.
Just like that.
I was watching Horrible Bosses 2 maybe 3 weeks ago. That part came up and I laughed so hard.
It's such a great intro.
The two hosts are so ass off.
Keegan Michael Key, right?
I have to agree with Nick.
Oh,
I love that.
It's so great.
Clip it, Maze.
The shower buddy. Oh, I'm sorry, that name's not official yet. So.
No, he's wrong. It is official.
I wanted the shower daddy.
Shower daddy is worse on pretty much every level, so. Yeah.
I have to agree with Nick. Well, it's better than having some strange dude in the shower with you.
Yeah, it's not some strange dude, Dale. As I've said many, many times, it's your buddy.
Well, why would your buddy be in the shower with you?
Why would your dad?
Uh-oh.
Don't scream on television.
Leave us a review, leave a comment. Make sure you're checking out CT5 episodes on the main feed. Leave us your CT5 suggestion and list on social media or in the Discord by subscribing to the Patreon. Patreon.com/countthedings. Holy shit, do you get a lot if you subscribe. Ad-free episodes, extended cold opens, re-Washington live events, the past ones, the present ones, and the future, as long as you stay subscribed. Episodes are early, access discounts on live show tickets, which will be relevant pretty soon. Get access to our Discord. And of course, not just Cinephobe content, but all of the extra content across the CTD network. If you have a submission, submit it. Reminder, it needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. We hit episode 250 and started a brand new daisy chain. Amin, I don't know, Marked for Death, Mayes, Boondock Saints, Mayes again, Red One.
Cheeked up.
Amin, yeah, I think he had us do London Has Fallen.
That one won't go.
I gave us Hard to Kill. I don't know, Mayes did From Paris with Love. Amin used attempt on a U.S. official's life in Europe to leave our wife and kids, pick up a camcorder, go to the Spanish flag capital, and rewind every 17 minutes to beat an assassination attempt to death before accidentally saving the president in Vantage Point.
Did the joke get longer?
I used European sounding name to link us to, I'm walking here, so we could Mamma Mia, as that's a spicy meatball, while I represent Tommy DeVito in Out for Justice. Mayes used Forget About It to put us on trial in the 19 CV as we got betrothed to John Candy in a dress with a dickhead nose trying to put us through the bone stripper with nothing but trouble. Now, Amin is using either rappers turned actors or dickheads to link us to the 2000 dark comedy action crime thriller, Shaft.
Action crime thriller.
Why was dickheads?
Dick nose, Shaft.
Well, the dickhead isn't really.
It's more overall phallic.
Dicks
brought us to Shaft.
Dicks, man.
Shaft stars Samuel L. Jackson, Vanessa Williams, and Christian Bale. Samuel L. is a 6-time repeat offender with Kiss of Death, Deep Blue Sea, Loaded Weapon 1, Great White Hype, and Amos and Andrew.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
He had Phantom Menace and Deep Blue Sea in 99, This Movie, Rules of Engagement, and Unbreakable in 2000, and then Formula 51 in 2001.
He plays Shaft.
Vanessa, now a 3-time repeat offender.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
With Eraser and Future Sport as her previous episode. She had The Adventures of Elmo in Grouchland and Light It Up in 1999, This Movie in 2000, and Johnson Family Vacation in 2004.
She plays the fine-ass lady cop who is not a love interest.
Well, at the end.
No. It's always respectful.
That's how it starts.
Be respectful.
Bale had Newsies in 1992, This Movie and American Psycho in 2000, and Captain Corelli's Mandolin in 2001.
Donald Trump Jr.
Jeffrey Wright from Lady in the Water.
Jeffrey Wright stars as Sammy Sosa.
Whoa.
I thought he was going to be Mario Van Peebles.
He's Peoples.
Oh. Good one.
Busta Rhymes from Finding Forrester and Higher Learning.
Busta Rhymes plays Rashawn. Sorry, Rashawn.
No, don't do that to Busta. Come on.
He did it to himself for 90 minutes.
Toni Collette from The Sixth Sense.
The Waitress.
Dan Hedaya from Clueless and Swim Fan.
Dirty Cop number 2. Swim Fan features Cinephobe, by the way.
Richard Roundtree, repeat offender from What Men Want and Theodore Rex.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
OG Shaft.
Lynn Thigpen, repeat offender from Blank Man.
Doesn't say a word the whole movie.
Pat Hingle, repeat offender from Maximum Overdrive, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin.
Judge Commissioner Gordon.
Daniel Von Bargen, repeat offender for Super Troopers. Kruger from Seinfeld.
Yeah, there you go.
Ruben Santiago Hudson from Invention of Lying.
Dirty Cop number 1.
Yosef Summer, a.k.a. Mr. Ducksworth from the original Mighty Ducks.
Quack Attack is back, Jack!
He's the lawyer. Lee Tergesen from Point Break.
Nope.
Wayne's World.
Nope.
And Oz.
Yeah, he's Beecher from Oz. And guess what his name is in this movie?
Beecher?
No, his name is Racist Cop.
Oh.
With a heart of gold.
Wow.
Also, Sonia Sohn, Kima from The Wire.
Yes.
And Andre Royo, Bubbles from The Wire.
Bubs.
Lawrence Taylor from The Waterboy. Goya Rubin from Time Cop.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Lawrence Taylor plays Lawrence Taylor, but it's spelled differently.
Shaft was directed by John Singleton. John has directed Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, Higher Learning, Baby Boy, and Too Fast, Too Furious.
Also created Snowfall.
We have 4 writing credits on this one. John Singleton, screenplay and story. Shane Salerno, screenplay and story credit, repeat offender for Armageddon.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Richard Price, screenplay credit, repeat offender for Kiss of Death.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
And Ernest Tiedemann, novel credit, Wrote The French Connection.
How's his house? Is it usually pretty messy? He's got shit everywhere?
Oh, he's a tidy man.
Oh, okay.
Richard Price wrote The Color of Money, episodes of The Wire, created The Night Of, and wrote On the Deuce.
Synopsis for Shaft. New York City police detective John Shaft, nephew of the original 1970s detective, goes on a personal mission to make sure the son of a real estate tycoon is brought to justice after a racially motivated murder.
Donald Jr.
The nephew part of it.
What?
I guess Uncle Jay is Uncle John Shaft, and then he's John Shaft. Why would you have the same name as your uncle?
Because.
Why would your dad?
It is probably because of your dad.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
absolutely because of your dad. It'd be pretty upsetting if it was because of your mom.
Well, unless it's her brother.
But then.
Women can have brothers.
Brothers.
Piece of trivia for you, Zach. Richard Roundtree is only 6 years older than Samuel L. Jackson.
That tracks, yeah. I buy that.
I'm looking at Samuel L. and I'm looking at Richard Roundtree and I'm like,
hey, look. I went to grade school with a kid who was the uncle of another kid in the class. They were the same age.
Yeah, it happens.
Hart Boyd and Bobby Ciani.
Were they private dicks?
Public.
Bobby Ciani was a dick.
Publicly.
Tagline, toujours l'homme des questions.
What?
Still the man. Any questions? In French. Other taglines, immer noch der Mann.
Oh boy.
Irgendwelche Fragen. Still the man. Any questions? In German.
A little Elonish.
La legge non può utiante lui te proteggere, which is in Italian, the law can't help you, he will protect you. Schlap jak ma bit, ne yaki problem. That's Czech for a guy as he should be. Any problem?
That's going in the intro right there.
Last tagline, still the man. Any questions? $46 million estimated budget, grossed $70.3 million US, $107.6 million worldwide. That's a hit. Before we jump into this movie, you listen to the rest of this podcast. Shaft is available on Paramount Plus.
Or on Pluto TV.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Shaft receives 67% on 118 critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, but 40% from the audience on over 50,000 ratings. Amin, check the positive or the negative reviews.
I want to know what these half-wit audience members hated about this movie. Give me the negatives, Zach.
Scroll down.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
Chuck Rudolph of Matinee Magazine.
Cuck Rudolph.
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Vanity Magazine.
I had another one that I did not want to run out there. We can supercharge real quick or just cut it out altogether. They don't have to know.
It's extra work either way.
The nose ring.
Jesus Christ.
It rhymed, okay.
A messy slapdash remake of Gordon Parks' overheated and overrated 1971 blaxploitation cash-in. Jesus, cuck.
He just fucking shat on both of them.
Rob Nelson of City Pages. It's Giuliani time.
Yup. Reference?
Jay Boyar of Orlando Sentinel.
Boyardee.
John Singleton may have been the youngest director ever to be nominated for an Academy Award, but I wouldn't exactly call him a natural-born filmmaker. What?
You're on the eternal shit list, buddy.
That is a crazy thing to say about John Singleton.
It's insane.
Insane.
Well, LeBron might be one of the youngest players ever to do whatever, but to call him a natural-born talent, I don't know. Shut up.
Bob Strauss of LA Daily News.
Ethan Strauss.
An interesting collection of bad decisions. And bourbon. I think Bob Strauss is related to Ethan Strauss. Roger Ebert of Chicago Sun-Times.
The legend.
Is this a good movie? Not exactly. Too much of it is on automatic pilot, as it must be to satisfy the fans of the original Shaft.
Automatic pilot? Come on, Raj. That's 20 CB as fuck.
User Chad W, 1 out of 5 stars. Listen, this movie is supposed to be an homage to the original, even having the original John Shaft in the movie. As much as I love Samuel Jackson and Jeffrey Wright, I can't recommend it. And yes, it was listen, period. And then the rest of it.
Listen.
In my mind, Chad W looks like fucking Christian Bale in this movie. All right.
Get that ready. User Joshua E, 1.5 out of 5 stars. So to get this straight, he becomes a serial killer just to apprehend one suspect of a single murder suspect. In the end, he doesn't get shot. Were we supposed to be on his side or something here? I didn't get the memo.
We're supposed to be on his side. The movie's called Shaft.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to be on John Shaft's side. Blank user, 0.5 star out of 5. Just didn't like it. I didn't like the story or the plot, which didn't really make sense. I didn't like the script, the direction, casting. It wasn't funny. The action was limp.
You didn't like the casting?
Casting's great.
God damn.
Shaft wasn't limp.
I think there's some problems with this movie, but the casting is spot on.
The cast is incredible.
I don't know that they made a bad casting decision in this entire movie.
They made one.
Positive reviews.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
Chuck Klosterman of Akron Beacon Journal.
Cuck
Klosterman. Cut close to man. So I did that without being... This is really a totally different creation. Oh, that got cut out. Never mind. Yeah.
I don't know what you're referencing there.
This is really a totally different creation. It ends up being almost as good for totally different reasons. Angie Arago of Radio Times.
There we go again on my own.
Wow, I didn't think you were going to go with that.
Where'd you think I was going to go?
Ergo.
Oh.
Here's a review. Samuel L. Jackson, very cool in a wardrobe designed by Armani as the necessary presence to carry off this slick homage to the icon of 1970s blaxploitation from director John Singleton.
That was the big takeaway?
Ya girl, Nell Minow of Common Sense Media.
Nell Minow like this? Wow.
A guilty pleasure for adults and older teens.
Yep.
There you go. Okay.
Can't be openly proud of it.
Openly proud of it. Rob Vo of Flipside Movie Emporium.
Rob Vo, Tab Vo, Swing Vo. Now that you guys watch American Dad, so sorry.
Even with a pro like Samuel L. Jackson in the title role, it has a hard time keeping the balls in the air.
Yep. Why are the balls in the air?
Oh, I'm upside down. Lewis B. Parks of Houston Chronicle.
Lewis B. Parks.
It's fun and a good deal better than the fondly remembered original.
You unbelievable, man.
You are, Lewis.
It's a bold claim.
Yeah.
Elvis Mitchell of New York Times.
Elvis left the building.
What was that?
Elvis left the building. I don't do a good Elvis. Thank you very much.
You do a good moose. That's what you sounded like there.
Moose is out of the house.
It's hard to remember so unapologetically flamboyant a movie. And then Owen Gleiberman of Entertainment Weekly.
Get to Gleiberman, Robert, and Globin.
If nothing else, Shaft is spicy fast food.
What?
I guess it's because he's black?
We'll get Amin's first note, May's first note, and my first note after these messages. Unless you're a Patreon subscriber, patreon.com/countthedings. You get an ad-free episode right meow.
Hello, listener. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that we at Cinephobe love our pets. Zach and Boogie are inseparable. I've got 2 cats and a dog, and Amin is giving his best ass-on performance to convince dog owners that he loves their pet.
Hey, Noodle. Hey, boy. How you doing? And Noodle's just like, whatever.
Which is why today's episode is sponsored by the ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program. Your pet is part of your family, and you want the best for them no matter what. But vet bills can really add up. That's why you should check out pet insurance. And with ASPCA Pet Health Insurance, you can focus on the care your pet deserves and cover what matters most. The ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program offers customizable accident and illness plans, making it easier for pet parents like you to help your pet get the care they may need. The ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program has been around for over 18 years, and they've helped more than 600,000 pets during that time. They allow you to customize your plan, helping ensure that your pet's plan is as unique as they are, because vet bills can really add up, especially when you're least expecting it. It's simple. Use their app to submit a claim, and you'll receive reimbursement for eligible vet bills directly into your bank account. To explore coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/dings, D-I-N-G-S. That's aspcapetinsurance.com/dings. Again, that's aspcapetinsurance.com/dings. This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independence American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Amin, what is your first note?
Mays, update that CT5 best songs list. Sorry, only got a mustache. You're gone.
Wow.
Bump everything down and put it at number 2 behind Gotham City. While we're at it, bump off Owner of a Lonely Heart and put Trick Your Tail Feather from Bad Boys 2 at number 3.
Theme from Shaft. I also have it on my list. I'm putting it at number 4 and I'm bumping Believe by Cher out.
I will put it number 2. Fight to Survive, unfortunately, from Bloodsport is gone. Everything else moves down 1. Actually, I'd like Living in America to stay at 3. So let's move Don't Stop the Party from Pitbull down to 4.
Can't top the Travis Barker rock remix, huh?
You let me know when Gotham City gets knocked off of Amin's list, and then we can start talking about my list. Okay?
I was just making a joke, but okay.
I don't like that Mace tried to control what I say earlier. That really bothers me. I'm in a bad mood. I'll be honest.
I made a request, and now he took that as I'm trying to enforce control.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Mays made the request like he was approaching the soup Nazi.
Yep, he sure did, yeah.
He stepped up to the counter politely.
1 mulligatawny, please.
Well, I knew what I was dealing with.
And then he said, no bread. And then I fucking lost.
Who's the black private dick that's a sex machine to all the chicks? You're damn right. Who is the man that would risk his neck for his brother, man? Can you dig it? Who's the cat that won't cop out when there's danger all about? Right on. You see, this cat Shaft is a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
What I'm talking about, Shaft?
We can dig it.
He's a complicated man, but no one understands him but his woman.
John Shaft.
My first note, let's do a little mini Cinefeud here, since this is the 3rd highest critic rating in Cinephobe history besides The Departed. We're not counting that.
Ooh.
Can you name the other 4 movies at 60% or higher critic score?
Mom and Dad?
Mom and Dad, 75%. That's number 1.
I mean, looked at the list.
No, I didn't.
There's no way you had that off the top of your head.
I swear to God I had it off the top because I remember Mom and Dad.
You can tell he's lying. He's lying right there. You did a little bit of a smile, and that's the tell. That's the tell.
I'm smiling because you're making me laugh, but no.
I'd never make you laugh. That's a lie.
That's not true. Vantage point, man. Good episode.
Semi-pro?
Oh,
It's got to be a movie that thinks it's artsy.
Gotti.
Glad you're taking this really seriously.
Why don't you just tell me what the movies are?
Yeah, I mean, you're asking me to pin down 260 episodes.
All right. Amin wins. Kiss of Death, 68%.
See, thinks it's artsy.
Hulk.
No.
62%.
No way.
See, this
Come
is
on.
invalid. This is an invalid Cinefeud. Absolutely not.
Deepest, bluest. My hat is like a shark's fin, 60%.
Is it hat is like a shark's fin or hand is like a shark's fin?
I always thought it was hand.
I thought it was hat for a while, and then I thought it was hand, but now I'm starting to think it's hat.
My hat.
It's like a shark's fin.
Mags, what was your first note?
That was my first note.
Oh.
That was his first note. He wanted to play Cinefeud.
We just finished it.
Mine was, let's update the CT5 songs, and then is this one of the 5 most iconic theme songs or anthems of all time?
What's up there on the list with them?
There's the national anthem. I would say the Jaws theme.
Yes.
Jurassic Park theme. Star Wars.
Yeah, Imperial March, Star Wars.
Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones, Superman are up there.
So John Williams, basically?
Non-John Williams edition, yeah.
Golden Girls, iconic theme.
Iconic, yes. Sanford and Son.
Simon and Simon.
Yeah, Simon.
Ghostbusters.
Ooh, Ghostbusters is a good one, yeah. Shaft's in the top 5.
Shaft is definitely there.
Oh, man. When you were telling the story last night, you had so much detail. The detail was so rich. It was rich detail. Go into incredibly descriptive details of the story so we all know.
Oh, yes.
Now it's time for the scenes. Here's what happened. Bow. We haven't opened up with a sex scene since like Heart Condition, right?
Yeah, they put some areolas in the opening credits.
Areolas, weird motion, odd lighting.
Not a sex scene.
A gun gets loaded.
I think this is a cooler version of the Batman getting ready montage.
There's nipples. Actual nipples, not bat nipples.
Yeah, it's the cooler version, as I said.
What if I told you those were Samuel L's?
Even cooler. This is the first movie I can remember thinking they wanted Samuel L. to be a sex symbol.
Ooh, you're right.
Because he never used to get these kind of roles.
Yeah.
And this one, oh shit, he's hollering at broads and stuff.
Cop car siren getting slapped on top of the hood.
20 CB, oh yeah.
I actually really like that. That's a golden dumpster.
I do enjoy it too. Multiple people jaywalking in this opening scene.
A lot of people jaywalking, man.
Don't give a fuck.
A lot of jaywalking in this movie. It's a New York movie.
New York ass movie.
God, that drives me crazy in every other city.
Jaywalking?
Nobody will walk.
Oh, that nobody jaywalks. That's what drives you crazy.
Drives me insane.
You're driving and you're like, jaywalk.
I like a challenge.
Come on, call me a goddamn Uncle Tom.
Oh, shit. Shaft pulls up to a crime scene, pushes through a crowd to find Kai Pfeiffer dead? No, he's still alive.
Quickest death in Cinephobe history, I thought.
Plot liftoff. It's plot liftoff.
Kind of.
Sure, I had it later, but I get you. I think it's kind of hard to have plot liftoff before a nice little time jump.
Get that harmonica ready.
He was bludgeoned with a stanchion, and the cop says got his head stove in pretty good. Officer SP in the house.
Minaj.
Yeah, got his head stovepiped in pretty good.
Oh, well, no, I didn't type it out.
Oh.
No witnesses, dressed like he came from inside the place. Shaft is asking questions to the cop. Cop gets mad. I know the job.
A lot of fucking balls on this fucking uniform cop. This guy's a detective.
Oh, for sure.
Show some respect.
He says he's doing his. Shaft walks in the restaurant, looks around. Tony Collette looks worried behind the bar with her eyes.
She looks guilty.
Glances to her left.
Oh, look at that guy over there.
Got a bloody smudge on her cheek.
Christian Bale's at the bar. All right, this is the latest plot liftoff can be.
No.
What?
No.
I'm willing to say plot liftoff was the second I heard that Shaft theme.
You just want to talk every 2 minutes to see if we've lifted off yet? There's a whole section coming later.
I'm shocked we're not all in the air.
Not my plot liftoff, Zach.
He's on his phone. He gives Shaft the wait a minute finger.
With a bloody, smudged finger.
You don't worry about my father, you worry about me. And then Shaft takes the phone, hangs up. That's how he got the blood on him. Bale, ass off. Blood? What blood?
It's like he started it and I finished it. Ass off for both of them. Oh my God, that scene was electric.
We got a race for sure. Buddy, that's a confession.
It's also Louis Pinnock.
Early on, I said, lock him in for Louis Pinnock.
Nomination.
Don't worry, I corrected it.
Do you know who my father is? Damn. No. Do you? Banter.
And TGT.
And more ass off all around to everybody.
He said I was just razzing the guy. Razzing 20 CB?
Yes.
So you cracked his head open. I can dig it. Claim self-defense. No witnesses. Close up on Tony Collette. Bale gets arrested. Sam approaches Tony, a.k.a. Diane the waitress, asks what she saw.
She says, it's like a zoo in here. And I was like, oh, Oh, easy, lady.
She didn't notice the blood on her cheek and acts shaken.
What's that? What? The Cobra formula blood on you.
Shaft gets called over to a different witness who calls Bale a racist bastard.
He did it.
It's time for a flashback.
Here's the confusing thing about the flashback is Shaft is watching it.
Yeah, it's not confusing.
Because he's getting angrier as it goes on.
It's exactly like Boondock Saints.
But he's not there.
Neither was, what's his name? But he still witnessed it to the point where he shot his gun in the air.
You let me know when Shaft shoots his gun into the ceiling of that restaurant, and then I'll buy it. Bale is yelling yo at Mekhi Phifer when he walks in.
Yo!
Just clip it.
Yo. Excuse me, sir. Yo!
What's up, man?
They don't serve no malt liquor here.
Oh.
No malt liquor. All right? No. Aight? Aight?
Golden dumpster.
I love Nicholas, all right?
Careful.
Zach, when All Fantasy Everything came out today,
yeah,
all it said was favorite Nicholas movies.
Oh.
They left out the cage.
Did they?
Oh.
And I was pretty thrown off by that.
Yeah, that's alarming.
I love Nicholas, all right?
Oh.
That's what everybody said on the podcast. They all love Nicholas.
Coming to America, Shaft, the original Shaft, that is. We just named Nicholas movies. All right.
We tried to ignore the guy, but the bastard just wouldn't let up.
No 40s. No chronic. No Indo. Aight? Hey, dog. Is you deaf? Holla back.
What? What an asshole.
You got that, Tupac?
Mekhi pokes holes in a napkin with a knife and makes a KKK mask for Christian Bale.
Oh, he's pissed.
Everybody laughs at Bale, even his boys. He's pissed and embarrassed.
Shaft interrupts the story to go check on Mekhi. Kruger is at the scene. Hopes that Shaft isn't the primary on this one.
Walter Wade Jr. You big Walter Wade's son?
Yes, I am.
The real estate developer.
Correct.
The way Bale is answering.
That is a big man, huh?
Big man. Big man.
Looking through Bale's wallet, he finds Diane's ID with the bloody fingerprint on it.
Shaft thinks he threatened her.
Why would you put it in your wallet?
Why would your dad? Tony pretended to go to the bathroom and fled the scene.
Gotta fled.
Slapped the cops.
She's gone. Mekhi starts seizing like Ivan Drago just beat him to death.
That's all for Mekhi here.
So good.
And then Christian Bale says, what does he say, Zach?
This is Christian Bale, not me. He's literally seizing to death 4 feet from him, and he goes, homeboy's got rhythm, huh?
Amazing.
Shaft punches him in the face.
It's so racist, and yet such a funny response at the same time.
Hey, man.
It's so evil.
This guy's racist, but he's got bangers, man.
He's got bangers.
Photographers and news cameras are all over the place. Was it something I said?
We know that his nose is broken via disembodied Christian Bale voice.
Yeah.
Saying, I think my nose is broken.
Oh! Mekhi stops seizing. He's dead. Kruger immediately walks up right as an assault victim has died in front of everybody and says, I've been waiting all year for this. You're gone.
Gone from the precinct. Gone? For what? Punches Bale again. Shaft theme. For that?
Cobra formula?
Shaft formula.
Struts off, walking right down the middle of the street into traffic.
Now, I thought he was fired.
No. Transferred.
And I said, I like how there's no police union in Shaft universe.
No, not at all.
Weird diagonal transition, which is a horseman.
Mm-hmm.
Too many star wipes in this movie.
Yes.
Is this John Singleton trying to do 70s stuff?
I think so.
Maybe.
If the movie's called Shart, same theme, but instead of John Shaft, it's John Shart. These weird transitions wouldn't happen.
So he solves police cases by shitting himself?
Almost shitting himself.
No. Once a bit of poop comes out, you've shit yourself.
You shat yourself? That's it?
Absolutely.
Mace?
He's cleaning out his locker into a duffel. He walks right past a white cop's extended handshake offer. Now he's in court for Bale's trial. This is turning into a mini montage.
Your Honor, the charge is homicide. Not having done it before is not an excuse. That's a bar by the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, but this kid's rich.
Shaft's in a Reebok tracksuit and turn-of-the-century bitch sunglasses.
That's a fire-ass tracksuit.
Bale is set at $200,000. The crowd is furious.
That ain't shit to him. You're a killer, man.
Disembodied voice is a horseman for sure in this movie.
Absolutely.
Bale and Shaft stare down. Bale tells the people in the crowd outside the court, fuck you!
And then Bale gives the Damian Lillard wave to Shaft as he gets into the limo.
Everyone is ass off in the scene. Sam's ass off with his frustration. The mom is ass off with her sadness. The crowd is ass off going crazy with outrage. And Bale is ass off as a rich douche.
Shaft gets a call at his desk. It's Bale thanking him for breaking his nose. It's why he got bail, and he is in Switzerland skiing right now.
Dog.
See what I see, you slick. Hang up, golden dumpster.
You shit talk while you're skiing in Switzerland? CT5 shit talks.
You've skipped bail.
Yes.
That's a crime.
That's what he's doing. That's his whole point.
You're a criminal.
Shaft takes out Tony's driver's license, taps it, zoom in on her, star wipe again. 2 years later.
Thank you.
Ass off for the Daily News, by the way.
For the paper?
Yeah.
Race killer skips?
I believe it.
They knew before Shaft did.
Yeah. He got back to his office and it's already front page news.
Apartment building, kid goes after a soccer ball that went downstairs. Someone's getting arrested.
Sean Astin digging a pool. Black kids playing soccer in the hallway. Sorry, not in 2000. Maybe now.
Vanessa Williams tells the kid to be quiet. She and Shaft and some cops are doing a bust. Welcome to narcotics. An exposition.
Introduction exposition in the hallway. You John Shaft, huh? Heard you quit.
Not yet.
Carmen Vasquez, Jimmy Groves, Jack Rosselli. As they're trying to bust in the door, guy opens it. He's going for a food run. They bust in. They wrangle almost everybody, but a man with a gun sneaks away, goes down the fire escape, and Shaft is chasing him.
There's a lot of Spanish.
Don't make me chase you. You're gonna piss me off. Foot chase. Ask for help. Guys are throwing trash cans on the street at Shaft. Disperse, motherfucker. Disperse now.
Quintessential 20CB clothes for my man, who's credited as Dominican.
Oh.
That's his name.
He's going to fuck him up for making a run. He fires at Shaft. He's out of bullets. Says, you got me, Poppy.
No, you got me, Papa.
Oh, Papa. Then he becomes the Glimmerman and jumps from one window to the next.
Same note, too.
Yeah.
Same note, too.
Cross an alley. Double window crash.
Somehow Shaft gets down there before he does.
Zach, this is a reverse of the From Paris with Love situation. See, in Paris with Love, law enforcement is staring out the window and counting how long it takes for the guy to get down. This time, it's law enforcement gets down there before the bad guy gets there.
That's how we do it in America.
He clocks him in the face and says, April Fool, motherfucker.
Jeffrey Wright is watching from the window, eating food.
Ass off already.
Look at him. Who's that?
He's People Hernandez.
Cobra Formula.
The neighborhood alligator, half a dozen apartments, changes his shit on us like it's a shell game.
Hello, exposition.
The neighborhood alligator. Now, admittedly, I'm not an expert on inner city crime syndicates. What does the neighborhood alligator mean?
I'm so relieved that you had this reaction too, because I thought to myself, 2 Americas? Why don't I know what this means?
He calls himself King Snake later.
Big into reptiles.
Yeah.
Shaft says, you enjoying the show? And he just gives a dismissive wave with his ass off.
With the chopsticks.
Sitting there, dressed in all white, eating Chinese food. And I said, anytime I wear anything white and I'm eating, it's guaranteed. I've been so careful eating something as simple as chicken nuggets. Make sure that it's not dripping anywhere. And then I look down and I'll have that one spot of barbecue sauce on my shirt.
Yeah.
I think Peoples is playing a dangerous game here.
He's a dangerous man. He's the neighborhood alligator.
Good point.
Shaft dribbles a basketball on the street as Vanessa tries to stop him.
Goes around his back. Oh, baby.
Cocks back and hits Peoples in the face like Carson Phillips.
That's a good throw.
That's a hell of a shot.
That's not an easy throw.
Do we update the CT5 athlete list?
No, because I saw him dribble.
Okay.
He dribbles like he dances in Great White Hype.
I felt the same way. The dribble was very...
The first dribble, I'm like, all right, whatever. And then the behind the back, I was like, nah, he doesn't know what he's doing.
People spills food all over his white shirt.
Other narcotics cops love it.
And then Jimmy says, yes. And I said, is that a Marv Albert reference?
It's got to be. It was of the time.
Totally of the time.
New York, 2000.
This is heyday. This is Marv biting bitch. I mean, broads.
Misogyny? No. Genuinely, I can't even spell misogyny.
Peoples points at Shaft, says, motherfuck. Luis Pineda, lock it in.
Whoa.
Careful.
I'm the offensive one.
Careful.
Hold on, man.
A horseman might be him saying motherfuck instead of motherfucker.
I enjoyed that very much.
Peoples comes down with a bunch of guys and a couple of dogs, a couple of noodles.
And we get a steel drum fill.
Oh shit, it's Bubs from The Wire. And the sideburns on Peoples.
Yeah.
Insane.
And same facial hair as a horseman.
Walks up to Shaft, rubs his hands together. Crazy stance. The camera swings down.
This is Egyptian cotton, motherfucker. 223. This is like half of you shitty ass paycheck, okay?
Step off, peoples.
You wouldn't know Egyptian cotton if Pharaoh himself sent it to you, you knockoff wearing motherfucker.
He pokes Shaft in his chest.
You best sleep in that best. Oh, there you go, Poppy. You're under arrest for assaulting an officer.
Stay, Lucifer.
This is the first time in my life, because I've seen this movie before, I've seen the original Shaft, and I said, is Shaft a dirty cop?
I don't know if it makes him a dirty cop. He plays by his own rules.
Police brutality is what I mean by dirty. I don't think Shaft is on the take.
He murders a lot of people in this movie.
Dude.
Not as a cop.
No, that's why it's just murder.
It's the only way you can touch me. You want pathetic Kentucky Fried Nigga. I got some chicken wing for you. What have we got here? Concealed weapon. The Iceman goeth. Goeth for a long time. Come on.
We haven't described Samuel L's facial hair. Imagine a goatee with a very thick flavor saver.
Call it soul patch. I don't like flavor saver.
And then the goatee, even though it's thick on the sides, starts to curl back upward into a chin strap that quits.
Stops.
Halfway up the jaw.
It's very confusing.
Shaft finds an ice pick, calls it a concealed weapon.
And then he gives him the Sammy Sosa. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
The kiss and point.
Peace sign, yeah.
Yeah.
They're booking people's mugshots.
People's asked to get his shoe shined.
He's going to put lawyers on his ass.
Shaft says that lawyers are for puñetas.
Luis Puñeta. Luis Puñeta?
This is tough. This is tough.
Shaft's boss hopes Peoples isn't here as one of Shaft's dick arounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Honest to God, Lou, I was in fear of my life. Shaft, ass off.
And then Luger calls the guy.
Cedric Maxwell.
Calls him cornbread.
Yeah.
Shaft interjects. Your problem is what? Nazis with badges. That's my problem.
Says he's got to lighten up. I talk like this all the time. I see your point. Maybe I should take an ethnic sensitivity workshop, huh?
Fuck you.
Jesus.
Shaft, maybe I should workshop my foot up your ass. How about that?
What is old is new again.
Roy Bellamy ass comeback.
He says, how about you pick a color, black or blue?
How about I make you both?
This is tough banter talk, right?
Absolutely.
Fighting words.
Anytime, anywhere, ain't nothing between us but air and opportunity. And Mayes, it's an old cliche. The guy they are arresting is Mondo Brown from Oz. I was really, really excited to see him. I was like, yeah, there's Mondo.
I like the way you handled that, Shaft. Like, shut the fuck up. And then Mondo just shrugs, ass off.
Hey, Shaft, you got a phone call. I think it's the clinic. I think your test results came back.
Today we find out if I'm your daddy or the German Shepherd.
Banter.
It's an informant, solid info. He writes down Westchester.
I love phone calls position when it's one-sided, where we don't know what the other person's saying, but this person that we can hear will confirm it all for us.
They'll let us know this was an important call. He calls Busta Rhymes, asks for a favor.
At this point, Zach, I said, wow, man, what a great start to this movie. Everybody's ass off, even the crowd. And before I could finish typing it, Busta left on that grenade.
Don't do this to Busta. He's fine.
No, he's not.
He's Busta Rhymes.
He's ass on. Is what he is.
Cut to an airport hangar. PJ comes flying in, pulls up to the hangar. Limo pulls up. Bale gets out of the jet. Busta's the limo driver. Gets in, and Shaft is in the limo waiting for him.
How you doing, Richie Rich?
Reference.
Remember me?
Bale asks for a memory refresher. He tosses handcuffs towards him. Busta has the limo driver undressed and gagged in the front seat.
Gag me.
You all right? Cold? Chilly? Want a jacket or something?
Well,
there's a lot of press there.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's a big deal. Donald Jr. went to Switzerland, man, for 2 years.
Well, he called them. He makes a reference like, you think I showed up by accident or something?
Yeah.
But then they never really pay it off as to why he called the press. But
no.
He shows his cuffs out the window. I'm innocent. Pretends to be sad. Yeah. Shaft is annoyed.
Busta shut down Crown Heights and Bed-Stuy.
That's on.
No.
Take him to the precinct. Cheers and applause. Shaft says,
fuck with the bull.
Other cops finish.
You get the horns.
Bale calls Shaft bro. Says he'll be out in an hour. I don't think so, Running Man. Reference.
Yep.
Missed the last van to central processing. Trying to hold him overnight. Won't be arraigned before morning. Pushes him in the cell. We get a you look depressed callback.
Look, I know that Christian Bale is an awful person in this movie. But Shaft played with the timing of like, I'm going to arrest you so that you can't make bail for the whole weekend. Is he a dirty cop, man?
That's just a coincidence.
I don't think dirty cop is the right term for it.
What's the term? Yeah, dirty cop is corrupt, right? But this is a form of corruption, no?
He's not a great cop.
No.
And the paperwork that he would create would be a big headache.
For sure. All right. It is New York 2000. You could get away with a lot.
Giuliani time, literally.
Yeah, it's Giuliani time. God damn it. Peoples drops habeas corpus, says that means due process for the illiterate. Jargon's position?
Peoples is still here?
Yeah, well, we need to get Peoples and Christian Bale in the same cell.
You want to play games with people? I know a shitload of games that I said, damn, man, you really are fucked up, man, as a cop.
People says Teflon Don, then asks Bale what he got him for. Income tax evasion. Says, fuck you.
Teflon Don.
Shaft shows up to the Lennox Lounge. He's hobnobbing. Girl comes up.
Grabs his ass. They kiss. OG Shaft tells Kima to ease up or that boy's going to poke a hole in something.
Oh.
Well, he says, ease up on my nephew.
Well, yeah, that's how we know that they're Uncle John Shaft and Nephew John Shaft.
Great introsposition.
Hello, exposition.
He won't tell him what's bothering him about the Bale situation, changes subjects. He wants him to be a private eye with him, cut back to the central booking, disembodied voices everywhere.
Lots of disembodied voices. They're all saying nigga.
Oh.
Every last one of them is just calling each other a nigga. Nigga, 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 nigga.
A guy demands Bale's shoes. They wouldn't fit you. He gets backhanded. Bale punches him in the dick, knees him in the face, throws him down. You want my shoes? Stomps on his face.
Film noir. Bale can fight.
John Singleton cameo as a cop watching and doing nothing.
Back to the lounge. Shaft walks up to a woman. Oh, time cop. Been meaning to ask you for 2 years. When you dress like this, where exactly do you strap your piece?
Tells him to ask Lamont. Enter Lawrence Taylor. LT grabbing him by the shoulder.
How deep in character is LT? Surely.
He had absolutely no idea he was in a movie.
He's still wearing the earring.
He wasn't ass on, though.
No, he's not ass on.
Yeah, because he doesn't know he's in a movie. He's just being himself.
He's Larry Taylor.
Hey, damn, nigga, why you always up on my woman? You see, this is the type of shit to get a motherfucker killed.
Look, I was asking a legitimate ass question. Why is it every time you see me talking to her, you roll up on me like this? You feeling insecure?
Lamont, he's just kidding.
I ain't studying this bullshit.
Yo, man,
We
back
can
up
sell
off the
this shit.
motherfucking Armani. Off the Armani.
He shoves him through some double doors. Surprise! Film noir!
Yeah.
Party noir! It's a surprise party for Shaft.
He and LT hug. Shaft makes his way around the room.
They set him up. Back to jail.
Peoples offers Bale a smoke, introduces himself. You know why they call me that?
Oh, boy.
Because you always take care of your people.
The captioning in this is insane. Check it out and look at this photograph.
Insane.
He says, yeah, actually, more or less, you're right. You got it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Cobra formula thwarted?
Golden dumpster, and then for some reason, it reminded me of the Casablanca conversation in Glimmerman. I don't know why. There was a connection there spiritually to me.
This one was way better executed.
He asked Bale if he plays golf.
Golf is fat. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods. I like him.
The way he said that was hilarious.
He says Tiger Wood the same way they say Hollywood in BoJack Horseman. Hollywood. Tiger Woo.
Asks if he's got a boat. He's got a Boston whaler. Been around the world.
What kind of a boat?
One that says live forever. Bale asks him about his neck tattoo. Cinco Familia, 5 family, 5 borough, 1 love. Asks for a business card. Back to the bar. Party's winding down.
That's not what he asked him for, Zach.
Oh.
Read what I wrote there.
You got a business card? Be real careful there. Party's winding down. We get some newscast position as Shaft and Uncle Jay are watching the rest.
This footage of Shaft
Oh my God.
in the limo looking incredibly pissed off is so funny.
So good.
Bale's been gone for 2 years. He was training with Ra's al Ghul in the Bhutan. Shaft doesn't understand why he came back. Shaft wouldn't.
That's why he could fight.
Uncle Shaft says Pop's got enough juice to slip his thumb on the scale.
That's juice.
Oh.
Shaft says no way he walks.
I thought it
Uncle Shaft, really? Really?
just got
Chuckles to himself. Leaves with 2 women.
a
I mean, just relax, okay? Jesus Christ. Trying to come in here like the fucking Kool-Aid man.
Shaft calls him a cynical motherfucker.
Kima wants to go home with Shaft or wants him to come home with her.
Why does she want him to come home?
It's been a while.
You want to be held or you want the LD?
LD, little dick.
She wants the LD, then she wants to be held.
It's my duty to please that booty.
Pretty lazy delivery on this one.
For sure.
That line was in the trailer, and I used that line for years. It's my duty to please that booty.
Did it work on him?
Every time.
The booty was thrilled. John David booty.
Phobia. Courthouse, Kruger and Shaft.
Walk and talks position.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really about nothing, though. This never gets paid off.
I mean, it's implied in this scene. You don't need a payoff. How's retirement? Catfish are jumping. Shaft wonders how a third-rate, pencil-pushing, apple-stealing dickhead like Lou affords a 4-bedroom colonial in Nassau motherfucking County.
After working 28 years uptown, you know what I like most about where I live? How can I put this? It's a restricted community. And I said, racist cop. This one doesn't have a heart of gold, though.
No, not at all.
Ducksworth is defending bail in court. The DA's office opposes bail. Busta is hype manning from off camera somewhere.
Unbelievable.
Sprinting with that ass on.
No, he was so good.
He's Usain Bolt. He's looking over his shoulder and shit.
Judge Commissioner Gordon removes Busta for shouting, "How about no bail?"
How about no bail?
He orders him to surrender his passport, but then believes Bale is sincere in his desire to deal with whatever form of judgment the room deems necessary to deliver.
He just left for 2 years.
Sets Bale at $1 million. Courtroom's pissed. He's ready to post.
These scenes are very confusing because we keep saying bail, and they're not the same thing.
I intentionally want to make that confusing.
Bale gets bail set at $1 million.
Shaft
throws his badge
at the judge
like a ninja star.
Careful. Throwing star.
I want to be throwing. Throwing. I want to be throwing.
No.
Like Deuce Cooper in the barn. We get the shot of the badge spinning going towards the judge. Vanessa can't believe it. His team is confused. Luger calls it whack. Shaft says, "Fuck the job. I'll get him my own goddamn way." Bale smirks at Shaft again. Shaft takes his gun out. Everyone holds him back. Shaft quits before his boss can fire him. Then he holds up the waitress's ID. This bothers Bale. Pretty weird that no one followed up on this for 2 years.
Why would you let Bale know that you've got him?
Why was your dad?
This is the beginning of the wonky plot that will ensue the rest of this movie.
Theme song, Horseman. Shaft and Uncle Jay are talking. Shaft is saying he was right. 2 black for the uniforms, 2 blue for the brothers.
Justice gets tangled up in red tape or just bought off by the green. You were right. Fuck that job. Fuck that badge. I'll get that silver spoon, motherfucker, my own way. No lawyers, no politics, no rules, no regulations.
No pension. What? You're too hot, man. You got to step off.
Shaft repeats, "His ass is mine," over and over again.
Keep saying it.
Takes a gun out of his ankle holster. "His ass is mine."
Bale and the family and the lawyers are going over the case, wants to know about the waitress, but they can't find her.
Ducksworth, the lawyer, says they can't find her. Then self-Cobra formulas. You know why we can't find her? Because she doesn't want to be found.
That's off the backboard to yourself. Cobra formula.
Tells Bale to go back to Switzerland. The waitress has damaged goods.
He advises him to skip Bale again?
Well, yeah, it worked perfectly.
This is a great lawyer.
His dad's girlfriend comes in to say hi, wearing his mother's choker.
Oh, man.
He storms out.
Don Jr. is cock blocking his pops. Let your dad get some fine young trim, man.
Oh, don't say trim.
No? Ass?
So they made a weird choice to make the dad kind of a bitch. And Walter is way more aggressive than him. And this guy's stammering a lot and trying to get him back.
I don't know if he's kind of a bitch. I think he's calm.
Yeah.
I'm Walter Wade. Everything's going to be fine.
Relax.
Well, his son walks all over him is my point.
I don't think he takes his son seriously. That's how I interpret it.
He's also got Trim sitting in his lap. No. So what are you going to do? You're going to like, oh, you can't do that. You don't want to scare the host.
Donald Trump.
But the way they were talking about him at the beginning of the movie and what's implied by how wealthy he is that he's someone that should not be fucked with.
Right.
But he's not that intimidating is my point.
I think the intimidation is the calmness around it where he's not worried about any of this shit. I don't think it's a pussification of him. I think he's like, this isn't a big deal. We got this.
Plus, he's paid off the judge. He paid off everybody. He's paid off the waitress.
But all that's off camera, and this is the dad's last scene in the movie.
The dad's not played by Christian Bale, so I don't care about him.
He goes to the bedroom, steals all of his mother's jewelry.
She's dead, so you can't steal it.
Uh-oh. The last cookie.
You can get a new box of cookies in as fast as an hour with Walmart Express Delivery.
Are you my guilty self-conscience?
No, So I'm the voice offering you promo code EXPRESS for free delivery on your first order.
Hey, who ate my cookies?
You mean, these cookies?
Order now. Welcome to your Walmart. Promotion valid for first express delivery order. $50 minimum subject to availability. Restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You might say all kinds of stuff when things go wrong, but these are the words you really need to remember. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. They've got options to fit your unique insurance needs, meaning you can talk to your agent to choose the coverage you need. Have coverage options to protect the things you value most. File a claim right on the State Farm mobile app and even reach a real person when you need to talk to someone. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Business taxes. We're stressing about all the time and all the money you spent on your taxes.
This is my bill?
Now Business Taxes is a TurboTax small business expert who does your taxes for you and offers year-round advice at no additional cost, so you can keep more money in your business. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com/business. Only available with TurboTax Live full service.
Crisscross wipe shafts by a boatyard. He goes to the address on Tony's ID. It's her mama's house. Says Tony lives in the Bronx, but right now she's in Europe, Spain, maybe Italy. Never know till she gets the postcard.
20 CB.
Vanessa followed him to help, even though she might get fired for this. I don't think anybody in that precinct does an ounce of police work the rest of the movie.
Not a bit of police work.
And no one checks in on them to see what's going on.
No.
They do a lot of crime activity.
It's Giuliani time.
Yeah, that's true. All this time, I'm thinking that the waitress is in Pennsylvania.
Balkanvania.
No.
Maybe Maryland.
No.
She didn't leave the neighborhood.
No.
Like Richie.
The most minimal amount of police work.
Shaft finds the woman who worked at Metronome, Terry. She's free on Monday nights, Tuesday nights, every other Wednesday. What was she implying there?
Is he a hooker?
A hook situation?
Is this woman a hook?
She prosty?
Also, Black Rob, Whoa, is playing in the background. Banger of a song.
Banger.
But not on the soundtrack, I don't believe so.
What?
I think they just used it as ambiance. It's not actually on the Shaft soundtrack.
She'll help find the waitress if he goes and beats up Malik down the corner, who is getting her 12-year-old son to do some errands for him.
Shaft tells Vanessa to look the other way, pistol whips the fuck out of Malik.
He is beating the shit out of this dude.
Over and over, saying his name, tells him to forget about the kid, Tony.
He's unreasonably conscious for how many pistol whips he's taken to the face.
Cops roll by, extreme close-up on Shaft's eyes as he nods. Cop nods back.
They love it.
Not a bit of police work.
He is their fucking superhero, man.
Yeah.
He's their Captain America.
This was a golden dumpster for me. He forgot he already asked a question. He says, oh, you answered that one. My bad.
That's great.
Terry loves the brutality. Malik is embarrassed.
Got to the park on a basketball court. Diane's there. She tosses a jump ball like fucking Ed Malloy to get the kids to stop fighting over it.
That's her idea of laying low?
Out in the middle of a park.
The neighborhood playground?
Is she a teacher? Is she a parent? Unclear. She runs away and drives away, so I guess neither.
Woman, drive car.
Oh, boy.
My Uber driver the other day.
Your Uber driver? Yeah.
Whenever I texted you guys, that was the last straw. The whole time he was going at it, man.
She runs, drives off. He chases after her. She almost hits him, hits a pole, hits another car. The car goes sliding almost into him, stops right before.
He's ass on, pretending like it's going to hit him.
Yeah, this is not good.
And then somebody with a disembodied voice calls him a crackhead.
Yeah.
A crackhead?
Get the fuck out the road. What the fuck are you doing, you crackhead?
Giuliani time.
Golden dumpster, disembodied voice.
Bale shows up to people's neighborhood.
Took the subway.
Shaft goes back to Diane's mom's house, knocks on the door. No answer.
He has Leon, the bouncer from the Lennox Lounge, stake out the house with the promise of getting him in police academy. Who lost your rap sheet? You. Who got you a tryout with the Jets? You.
How?
Who got you the gig at the club? You. Who delivers 10 times out of 10? You.
How?
Shaft, he delivers.
So shut the fuck up and call me when she shows.
Why you want to be a cuff?
Forget I asked. Got milk? Maze, hit it.
Reference. He has a huge box of donuts, and Leon says, I do have milk. You want some? I got some milk. And Shaft's gone.
That is a ton of donuts.
A lot of milk, too.
That's too many donuts for one man to eat.
Also 20 CB Cops donuts.
Cut to Peoples going over what Derek Jeter did that day in the baseball game.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Bale comes in looking sunburnt as fuck. His skin is so red in this movie.
You dressing down to blend in or something? You look like a fucking duck hunter.
It's so funny.
That's a duck hunter, man.
That's a duck hunter. Yep. Same note too.
Bale wants someone located.
And then what?
Insinuates murder and offers the jewelry.
Been appraised at $40K. Stole? Inherited. Checks it out. They see Bale on the TV leaving the courthouse. They call him famous.
Bubs with the wires in this scene, guys. Come on. Shout out to Bubs.
Yep, he was in a previous scene too.
Well, he's in this scene. That's when I noticed him.
We'll name it every time he's in a scene then. That's good.
Only when I notice him.
Peoples is excited. Got to tell Bale something. In this neighborhood, he's the motherfucking king snake.
He is so fucking ass off in this scene.
Jeffrey Wright?
Yeah, he is putting on a clinic.
It's next level.
I thought this was between Sam and Bale.
No, it's Peoples.
Holy shit.
I had to look up. Does he have any Dominican ancestry at all?
I didn't look it up. I wondered a lot.
I looked it up. It doesn't.
No.
He's just ass off.
He's 100% full-blooded ass off. That's all it is.
He doesn't want just the money from Bale, although he'll take it. He wants him to introduce him downtown where he feels uncomfortable. And by that, he means he wants him to get some upscale drug clients.
I like this. He said, no. When I say me is this, and he pushes open a door to the trap house.
Yep.
He's also a CT5 close talker, Zach. We'll talk about that and look at this photograph.
He's a close talker. And then this is a golden dumpster. Christian Bale looks in at the women in their underwear, cutting the drugs and bagging it up and everything. Goes, oh, hi. Oh, how about that?
Maze, I need you to clip in.
Drugs? In the Ronald McDonald's?
He wants Bale to be the face of his drug operation. Bale tells Peoples he's doing too much of his own product.
Yeah.
Entre no fucking way. Peoples is upset. He threatens Bale, but Bale holds steady. $40,000. He's leaving. Peoples pulls him back into a handshake and tells him he drives a hard bargain.
Calls him Blancito.
Blanquito.
Shaft pulls up at a home. Hey, Amin, you know who's there?
Bubs.
Bubs is there.
And he's snitching.
How about that?
Is Bubbles always a snitch?
Yeah, same note too.
Typecast.
He's following Shaft. Shaft then evades him when there's a loud bang, pulls a gun on him. We find out that he's the informant. Shaft tells him get in the car. Narcotics cops, Broselli and Groves pull up.
They notice Bub's hand tattoos.
I wonder if that's going to come in.
Nah, probably not.
Now Peoples is recounting his encounter with Bale as he holds a baby, and Peoples is talking to the dirty cops that just showed up and saw Shaft.
Film noir.
Oh, shit.
What's happening?
They're there.
Peoples has a newborn and his wife is pregnant. Damn, he really is Dominican. I could say that.
Can you? I don't know the rules on that.
Okay.
No, that didn't help.
Finding people isn't Peoples' forte, so he wants the cops to do it. You detectives and shit, right? You detect.
He lies and says, yeah, it's $20K. I'll split it with you.
Classic.
Good businessman. CT5 businessman right there.
This is how it's done.
He says 10. Dan Hedaya says 10 large. And I said, no, motherfucker, $10. What do you think, man? Why do you have to clarify that when you dumb motherfucker?
Ruben implicates Bubbles. Peoples throws him out the window with an ice pick in his heart. Seems like overkill. Why use the ice pick when you're going to throw a body out the window?
Same note too. That's excessive.
Very abrupt scene. Very weird editing. Looked like some recycled footage of him when he's eating Chinese food, looking out the window at the end too.
Yeah.
I asked, did a woman suck his dick too? Like swordfish. He got stabbed and thrown out the window. Was he also getting head at the same time?
Am I right, brother?
Shaft intercepts People's coffee at a restaurant.
This whole scene is so funny.
I heard you need a job, but this?
You know when guys like you go down for good? When they get aspirations. When they try and rise above their station. But this contract killing thing you got with Walter Jr. Do yourself a favor. You're a 2-bit, 3-block dope dealer. Stick to what you know. Cálmate. Stick to what I am? Stick to what I know? Fuck you, motherfucker. I'm a star. Yo soy el meyembe. You ain't shit. You ain't even a fucking pig no more. You think that makes me less dangerous? or more dangerous. Now, I see you somewhere I don't think you belong. I will kill you.
Calma. Mira. Look, I respect you. I like you. That's why you always want to fuck me?
Tenga buen día.
And guess what, guys? He says a spec like young Frank Dukes.
If you expect me to be punching bad, you can forget about our deal.
All deal.
He was Dominican this whole time.
Shaft does the stomp and lunge at a goon who flinches. Shaft laughs, and then people says, "Why'd you flinch?"
Is that 20CB making people flinch?
I think people still do that.
Yeah, I guess LeBron just did it recently within the last couple of years to that lady in Denver.
Oh, yeah.
Back to the waitress's mama's house, and two thick meatballs come rushing out the back door.
These two fucking
ass-odd brothers. Busta, you got company, baby.
No way.
Fettuccine and Alfredo come running out.
They're so fucking funny. Shaft and Vanessa draw guns on them. Tony's their sister. She's not testifying. Shaft asks why she's running. They get ass on. Mama tells them to get lost. The dirty cops are watching them.
One of the dirty cops says, "Come on, Shaft, lead us to that waitress." And I said, that's what I said to my dick, too. Lead us to that waitress.
Vanessa notices they're being tailed.
Like a Ninja Turtle in a trench coat.
Shaft recognizes them, knows everything immediately.
I like the way Shaft figures shit out.
Yep.
He just figures it out, man.
They like to fuck with people, huh? Well, I guess I'm going to have to show them what fucking with people is all about.
Again, I'm confused. Is he talking about people or peoples?
That's tough, yeah. It's like the whole bail thing. We see Bale. He gets the jewelry pawned. He's got the bag of cash.
Someone's following him?
Following him, so he hides in an alley.
Soundtrack exposition. Everybody wants to be a tough guy.
He puts gloves on in the alleyway. He starts fighting them. We get a freeze mofo before I bust a cap in your dome, and I just wrote all caps white. That's a white rider right there. Not even knowing.
You weren't surprised by the film noir, huh?
I was surprised by the film noir somehow. Film blanc.
They knock him down. Take the money. Film noir. It's Shaft and Luger.
How'd I sound?
How'd you sound?
Freeze mofo before I bust a cap in your dome.
Oh, pure notorious P.I.G.
Thank you, man. That means a lot coming from you.
They find $42,000. A lot of count for a simple murder. Shaft says, I know cats that'd take out a whole zip code for that kind of cheese.
Jeez.
We get some lighthearted banter.
Luger calls it a one-time favor. Shaft says he owes him one, but he's still a motherfucking cracker.
Fuck you too, cornbread. Banter.
For Luger, this is a pretty good dap as they part ways. Because, I mean, Luger's all racist.
But he's got a heart of gold.
That's true, yeah.
This is where it starts to fall apart for me, all right?
Really?
This is Christian Bale, rich guy, gets mugged. Then he decides to go tell people he got mugged.
Yeah.
Well, he's entitled.
Instead of going to get money anywhere else, asking dad for money.
They can't.
$40,000 is nothing. They paid $1 million bail, and he's getting hung up on 40 grand.
Do you mean bail or bail?
This is where I think your theory that he walks all over his dad falls apart.
Yeah.
Because if he did, he would just go get the money.
But he didn't even try.
Because he can't. He knows his dad won't give it to him. It's a lost cause.
He doesn't have anything in his nice-ass apartment that we see later that he could sell. He doesn't have any other means of getting any money.
Pawned it all.
Pawned it all, yeah.
How do you think he was in Switzerland? He spent it all over there.
On to replay.
But also, like Zach said, the entitlement of thinking, well, I'll just explain to Peoples that.
I'll just explain it. He's still going to do it for me, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Peoples tells him the wheels are already in motion. You can't just turn off the dogs of war.
Kind of a bar.
It is.
Peoples tells him to earn the money back. Sits down on the toilet.
Power move.
Gives him pre-bagged drugs. Tells him the prices.
CT5 power move. Making a rich kid deal drugs for you while you take a shit.
With the door open.
Golden dumpster.
Bale says, you got to be shitting me. And I said, writing.
Yeah.
Peoples lets one loose. Zach, how do we know that he let one loose?
I didn't know he did.
The water splashes.
Splash.
We get the captioning.
From the sound of it, it seemed like an acorn.
Tiny.
Size poop.
Tiny.
Yeah, he's dehydrated.
Add him to the chat is what I said.
Bale is supposed to re-up 9 or 10 times. Should take about 6 to 8 months.
To move all that product? Absolutely, yeah.
It's a lot of product.
Well, this is a hell of a payback plan that Christian Bale has found himself in.
Don't try stepping on it anymore. It's already been stepped on enough.
Where did he get that beeper from if he's taking a shit?
You know where he got it from.
He got it from the 20CB.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of 20CB, this surveillance equipment Vanessa Williams is using.
Wait until look at this photograph, okay? Because I got some thoughts.
Tony finally calls her mom back. She's not testifying. She's not a bad person.
Tactical redundancy.
A computer voice spits out the phone number. Vanessa runs the check, gets the address, tells Shaft to get that bastard. That's another cop who's supporting Shaft on this. Shaft then stashes the money in the dirty cop's car.
Cut to Mike Dexter's car wash. Shaft is getting his car wash. Cops are tailing him. Let's play games.
Wearing a dumb hat.
Oh, terrible hat.
Leon's there, does the old switcheroo. Now he's with Busta.
The old switcheroo.
Peoples meets with the cops. They don't find the waitress. They say, hey, look, there's Shaft. He'll get you the waitress and then expect to get paid.
Crazy.
Peoples explains, oh, the guy got mugged. That's like an act of God.
Ass off explaining why he doesn't have the money.
I don't know what to tell you. Got mugged.
And he points to the driver's like we got mugged. Like the driver is going to back him up.
Yeah.
Shaft calls Peoples, hands the phone to Busta, who says the cops have the money.
All 4 cars, People's car, Dirty Cop's car, Leon, and then Busta and Sam, they're all within 12 feet of each other.
And in plain sight.
This is not a sting at all.
Peoples gets up, leans into the cop's window and says, step out of the car, please. Ha! Role reversal.
Opens the door, grabs the money from under the seat, says Diablo. They pull guns out. Shaft and Buster roll out. But Flacco, who was taking a piss in somebody's home,
I think that's Lucifer,
saw them.
He went upstairs to take a leak.
Yeah.
There's no bathrooms on the first floor. You got to go upstairs to the master bathroom.
Well, no, it has a better vantage point.
Oh,
it does.
You said it.
It sure does.
He identifies Shaft, comes out, steps in before anybody shoots each other and says, hey, that was Shaft. He just left.
Well, then who's that?
There's a great line here that's a golden dumpster. Dirty Cop number 2 is saying, I know what it's going to sound like, but we had no idea. Peoples nods over to the gun and says, you know what that's going to sound like? And I was like, oh, shit.
That's TGT and banter. That's a menage right there.
Flacco's the first one who gives Busta competition in this ass on.
The Meatball Brothers.
Never mind. The very next scene, Busta reclaims dominance.
Fettuccine and Alfredo are fantastic. What are you talking about?
They're fantastically ass on.
No.
They're so ass off.
They're ass off?
I might give them ass off in this movie.
You are too blinded by anybody pretending to be Italian.
I do love pretending to be Italian.
Forget about it. Damn it.
You pump fake on that sneeze? What happened there?
He's allergic to forget about it.
Fucking Al Jefferson over there in the post, up faking the whole time.
His feet are down though, Zach. Shaft is coaching Busta how to pronounce Palmieri.
It's so funny that he fucks it up.
Rasan, ass on pretending to be from Publishers Clearinghouse, says Palm Irie.
Irie.
Nope.
20 CB, golden dumpster. Yep.
Waitress runs out the back door right into Shaft. The woman in the house dials up the meatballs. They're on the way.
Here comes Fettuccine and Alfredo on the way, leaving Olive Garden.
People's crew shows up. Gunfight. Shaft is playing peekaboo.
Shaft kills like 6 people instantly.
And he shoots Lucifer in the car. Clip Busta yelling,
Yo, get the broad in the fucking car, Rick.
Get in the car.
Yo, get the broad in the fucking car. That's that golden dumpster. I have to respect that one.
Jeffrey Wright, extremely ass off, screaming about Lucifer's death, who's apparently his brother.
Are you sure?
I have a brother.
How do we know he's upset that his brother died?
Oh, because he starts saying, my brother.
You best kidding me. You best kidding me, motherfucker.
He starts going Mark Wahlberg in Fear, but with the ice pick.
Stabbing himself.
That's some bolo shit.
That is some ass off shit right there, man.
Guess who shows up and T-bones Peoples with their car?
Helen Hunt.
The meatballs.
Fettuccine and Alfredo in their carbonara. Yes, they come flying in.
It's a lot of sauce.
Like a wrecking meatball.
One meatball is choking Shaft into the car. The other meatball gets stabbed by Peoples.
Oh my God.
Busta finally drives away. Cut to the stunned cops who say, this is fucked.
They just watched.
Peoples reverses away in his Lexus. CT5 license plate. Peoples won.
He's got multiple cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got his Sunday car. He's got the minivan.
He reverses to the dirty cops, demands they follow Shaft, call him when they find him. He'll take it from there.
Calls him a puerco sucio. Oh, dirty pig in Spanish.
Busta takes them to his place,
which is gross.
Says he gave the cleaning lady a few years off.
Oh, cliches.
Shaft says it's like a biohazard in here. Even the meatballs are disgusted.
He's Teddy Rexing his ass off the entire time.
Man, this is some repugnant shit.
Mace, I need you to update that CT5 songs list.
Oh, boy.
Because R. Kelly Bad Band is playing, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the number 2 song.
What?
In Cinephobe. Yep.
Over the Shaft theme?
James Brown, Sorry You Gotta Go.
What?
You know what he's doing.
What am I doing?
Celebrating your heroes.
I don't know what you're talking. I like this. This is a great
Ass
song.
Ass on.
I'm a bad man and not ashamed of it. A bad man. My life done me tough. Ooh. I root on this block. I root on this block. I pain on this block. I pain on this block. Yea, though I walk through the valley of this block, I shall not leave this block, 'cause I run this block. And I paid my dues with my pennies.
Bale comes out of the elevator in his apartment, finds Peoples in his apartment, tries to fight his way out of it. They beat his ass, tackle him through a massive window onto a balcony. There's a shot of a couple guys working on the roof next door, very bewildered by what's happening. Peoples gets out the ice pick, blames Bale for his brother's death, stabs him through the hand. I come back later, put this in your ass.
Oh.
Nope.
Diagonal wipe.
Carmen's worried at her desk. She gets a call from Shaft. Groves and Rosselli are in the car. They call Peoples about Shaft. Peoples is wearing a vest. He's on the move. Convoy of goons back to Busta's apartment.
They tell him where the apartment is. There's no strand between Park Place and Prospect. That is now full of free trade, organic, vegan-friendly coffee shops. But back then it was the hood.
Shaft gives Busta a signal. He gets the meatball's attention by talking like Gino Felino. Oh, meatball.
Same note too.
Menage it.
Meatball wants to check on his brother, who's apparently not dead, and Busta continues his homie Spumoni audition.
Yo, let me use your phone. I want to check on my brother.
All right, paisan, go check on your fratello.
His brother's still alive?
Stunning.
He's a big meatball, man.
That's true. It's a thick meatball.
Shaft takes his dumb hat off, whispers to Tony that she saw it. Now we get a flashback. Tony was on her break smoking a cigarette. Bale comes out angry and grabs the silver, I don't know, pole. It's a stanchion. Waitress. That's what it is.
Whoa.
The way he said waitress.
Bashed him right in the face. The spray, blood. So we've got fingerprints all over the pole, blood on his hands. Why do we need a witness so badly? How far back in the 20CB is this?
The witness is to say that he was unprovoked. Because he didn't say I didn't kill him.
Yeah.
He said I was self-defense. So that's why.
Self-defense.
Also, he's white and the victim is black.
And this is Rudy Giuliani's New York City.
Ally.
Giuliani time.
She tells Shaft, I took money. They paid me off.
Took $50K.
$50K up front, $50K after the case is dismissed.
Shaft is so disappointed.
Would you take $100,000 to let a rich person off for murder?
I mean, it's tax-free, but you got to be careful with it. You can't just go spend it all willy-nilly. My initial thought is, I think it's got to be more like 200, 250. But 100K in 2000?
$100,000 today is worth $183,000.
Yeah, I'm going to need more. It's a lot of money. I think I need about 200 minimum.
The other half after he gets acquitted or whatever, and then he leaves for 2 years, now you've lost the deal.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that.
They owe you 50.
He does intimidate her pretty good, so she was afraid.
Yeah, she thought fingering him would be enough.
I don't think he gave her the money. I took this to be Don Sr. and the lawyer who was...
Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth.
Did you get the feeling that Shaft is trying to make a little bit of a move here on her?
No.
I did.
Well, I think we're supposed to feel that way, but we'll get to it in the trivia. They desexualized a lot of this movie.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Okay.
You should see the director's cut.
She cries and apologizes. Shaft says the last 2 years must have been hell. Cut to the cops.
The second time Rosselli has mentioned trading stocks on the internet in this movie?
Yeah.
I could be home watching the Knicks, and I said within 12 months, both of those activities would crash and burn.
That's true, but that Knicks team was good. Allen Houston, Spree.
The stock market was amazing.
The stock market was pretty good, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Within 12 months, all that shit fell apart.
This is character development. Vanessa shows up. They're worried she knows about them. CT5 worst liars as they attempt to cover their asses. Ruben asks, are you wearing your vest? Nah. Shoots her in the chest. Cobra formula.
What kind of question is that?
Two guys distract them on the street by confronting them. They talk some shit. Cops come over. Then they see people show up. So they don't finish the job on Vanessa.
And her fingers are twitching.
And they join Peoples.
Vanessa was a CT5 best liar. She was wearing her vest. Film noir.
Vest liar. Vest of the vest.
Rasan is trying to find his keys. Shaft sees a guy on the fire escape. Kills him. Goons come in the front door. They go out the window, down the fire escape. This meatball is there trying to help his sister. Shaft is killing everybody.
Murdered so many people.
All these goons jump out of people's car, are dressed the way that made me pine for the 20CB so hard, man.
Oh my God.
Those big old jeans, those heavy Averex leather jackets.
Yeah, it looked like a deleted scene from Belly.
Oh, yeah.
Great wardrobe.
Yeah, man.
Shaft gets to the ground.
Dirty cops confront Shaft. Why? Dirty cop number 2 blames tuition for his kids. Ruben says it's breaking his heart. Film noir. Vanessa comes around the corner. Kills them both. She's wearing a Pam Grier shirt. Tells Vanessa her shirt is styling.
Shaft says it's Giuliani time.
Yep.
Out of nowhere.
It's Giuliani time.
When he see me, golden dumpster.
Zach, did you think of The Thing in Fantastic Four? Clobbering time. It's Giuliani time.
It's Giuliani time.
Cocks the shotgun, guns down more of people's guys. They hop in the car with an agitated Busta. Now there's a car chase. Flip one car over. Then Peoples comes flying in. Hey, T-Bone.
Cars get flipped. Peoples ends up with Diane as a hostage. Ice pick to her throat.
She's so ass off with the ice pick to her neck.
Shaft has a gun. Convinces him, hey, let's fight one-on-one. No weapons, right? Tosses the ice pick.
No more Teflon Don, yo. No more Mayimbe.
This is great.
I'm a motherfucking dead man. First to admit it. Maybe you kill me or the cops. Maybe I kill myself. Oh. I don't know. What you think?
It would be nice if Amin had some of this accountability and awareness that Peoples has here.
That Peoples has?
Yeah, where he's like, hey, I'm the first to admit it. I'm a dead man. This isn't going to end well.
I am the first to admit it.
I do love what he says next, which is, I'm not your enemy. I'm Peoples. They your enemy. I know your enemy. They your enemy. I'm Peoples.
He's got a good point.
He then pokes her throat a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Every time he says they're your enemy, he's poking her, he's stabbing her.
I'm not your enemy. I'm Peoples.
He throws him to the ground, tosses the ice pick. Shaft's ready to throw down. Then he tries to pull a secret gun on Shaft. Shaft's got another secret gun. He blows him away.
The one from the beginning of the movie, in the ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Peoples falls awkwardly.
Fall ass offedly is what he does.
Oh.
Thank you very much. Are you kidding me?
Tony Collette, I'm sorry. There's a moment where I was like, Tony Collette, I mean, you're really killing it with all these scared faces. Then my man.
Didn't mention it earlier. Mekhi Phifer also fell ass off.
Yes, he did.
When he got hit.
Oh, he fell straight back, yeah.
Cut to the courthouse. Newscast position. Shaft waiting for the mom. Mom shows up.
He's wearing a hell of a coat with a tuxedo lapel. New judge. DA's on prosecution. Eyewitness. We're going to get our money's worth today.
Alfredo is alive?
Yes.
Yep.
How?
The big meatball.
The meatballs are reunited. It's a family affair.
Oh my God.
Bill's limo pulls up.
As he's walking up the steps, he gets shot. It's Mekhi Phifer's mom.
With John Morant's gun.
Yeah.
Yet another Jack Ruby style shooting.
The crowd is chanting, let her go.
Instantly.
Folks, this is an open and shut case.
She's going to have to plead down.
She stares at Shaft as she's arrested. Shaft smiles. Back at the precinct, Vanessa asks Shaft if he's going to be a private eye. A woman comes in to file an assault charge against her boyfriend. They told her to talk to Shaft. He keeps trying to foist it.
I need a protective order. My boyfriend's beating the shit out of me. And he's like, fuck it, lady. I don't work here anymore. But she takes the sunglasses off.
He sees the black eye. Then the theme plays.
What's his name? Because he's a gentleman.
Where is he? Where can I find him?
But not too much of a gentleman. Gentleman enough to do something about it, but not too much of a gentleman where he's actually listening to her when she talks. Yeah. Something about her boyfriend. Go talk to another cop.
We get some banter between Uncle Jay and Shaft.
Who's also in there hanging out.
That's what they do.
Well, they're trying to recruit Vanessa.
Shaft asks if he wants to back him up. Back you up? Shaft gives him a look.
Busta's mad about the car, so they give him a car. Where did they get that from?
Busta's outfit, he's got camo cargo pants, a leather vest.
Dog, it was 2000. This is what you had to wear.
Watching this movie when it came out, nothing looked out of place.
No.
It's Giuliani time.
Now I think Amin's right about Shaft being a dirty cop.
He's not a cop anymore.
Because where did he get that car?
Where'd the car come from?
I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it was Uncle's car.
At first, I thought it was Buster's car and they fixed it. But then I remembered how many bullet holes were in it.
A shitload of them, yeah.
This shit is done. That's scrap.
Let's roll. We got work to do. You call this work? Shaft banter.
With the zoom out.
Buster wants to be an associate in the detective game.
Disembodied.
Take pictures of the broads cheating on their husbands. Hold the camera. The only thing you're going to be holding is the steering wheel. Roll credits.
Seatbelts fastened. Tray tables in an upright position. Here we go.
So Zach, your plot liftoff was the theme song.
Second the movie starts.
Mine is when he throws his badge at the judge.
Same note too, Mayes.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I got it written down right here. Right when he flings it.
The latest it lifts off is him talking to Bale at the restaurant.
No, Zach, I'll tell you why. Because that's the moment he discovers, I can't beat the system. I got to go outside the system. I have to become Shaft, the private eye. And that's who he is.
It didn't change how he did any of this work.
What allowed him to murder a lot more easily?
No, if anything, he shouldn't be allowed to murder as much.
Well, he was. He actually was allowed to murder more when he left the police force.
Private eyes don't have sovereignty over murder. That's insane.
There's a lot of restrictions when you're working for the police.
No, it's almost none. You get to say, I'm a cop. You arrest the guy for poking him in the chest.
You get to say, I'm a cop, and then shoot a woman in the middle of the street, have her fly back, and then when the local street toughs notice and say, yo, that's kind of fucked up, you say, fuck you, and he says, get these nuts, cop. Disembodied voice. I had to sneak that one in.
Why don't you try telling us what the fuck happened?
Plot summaries, 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock.
Here we go.
All three, baby. 1, 2.
Look, do me a favor. I don't want to do a countdown before I do the scene.
Countdown.
No countdown. Can we just
Okay,
do it off of action?
Just in your own time. Good. So
I'm not a rocket ship, okay?
All right.
Samuel Jackson is a complicated man whom no one understands but his woman, which is code for an NYPD police brutality super cop who gets broads. He's investigating the murder of Mekhi Phifer outside the restaurant he took fake Julia Stiles on a date to. The culprit is Donald Trump Jr., a racist, snobby, rich Nepo baby who, I won't lie, has a couple of bangers, all right? But ultimately got sunned in front of his crew and took it out on Mekhi. A waitress witnesses the death, but she got away because NYPD cops are slapdicks. Shaft arrests Don Jr., then punches him twice while he's handcuffed, leading to the sternest rebuke imaginable, a transfer from the precinct. We go to court, and Don Jr. gets a pretty low bail amount, and everyone loses their shit. He calls Shaft the gloat from Switzerland, son of a bitch, using 1-800-COLLECT. 2 years later, Shaft is busy exercising police brutality uptown on some 20 CB Dominican drug dealers led by Arnold from Westworld, who apparently is the neighborhood alligator. Shaft shows off his CT5 best athlete skills and hits Joe Peoples with a ball as he sits in the window eating Chinese food, messing up his all-white outfit that he shouldn't have worn while eating. Peoples comes downstairs and Shaft uses a technicality to, you guessed it, do more police brutality. Peoples is arrested. Shaft gets a tip that Don Jr. is coming back from Switzerland, so that he arrests him too. Peoples and Don Jr. make friends in jail.
30.
Don Jr. gets let on bail, and Shaft tries to kill the judge with a ninja star. That's his way of tendering a resignation letter. Shaft then, not quite, police brutalizes some corner boys.
20.
Before finding out that the waitress is still in town, Don Jr. tries to bail out Peoples to kill her. Peoples tries to get Don Jr. to sell drugs at the Harvard Club, and Buzz from the Wire is murdered after he gets caught snitching to Shaft.
10.
Don Jr. pays Melania Jr. Pawns Melania Jr.
5.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. What?
My contact lenses started fogging up and I couldn't read. I stepped over myself too many times. It's funny because when I practiced it, I had it done pat.
Tapped out.
My eyes got too dry, man. You know.
Oh, man.
It's a shame. I had a couple more jokes.
Zach, you go.
Me go? All right.
3, 2, 1.
Who's the black private dick that's a sex machine to all the chicks? It's Shaft, and he is investigating a potential assault/murder at a restaurant. And rich guy Christian Bale is a racist who attacked Mekhi Phifer, ends up killing him after a seizure. And we get a little police brutality just to mix in and let us know what Shaft is all about when it comes to fixing these crimes and getting people to be arrested and everything. We find out that Toni Collette is a waitress who saw the whole thing.
Not the whole thing.
And Christian Bale threatened her. And so she's on the run. She gets out of there. Christian Bale goes to court. He gets bail. He gets his last name. He goes to Switzerland. Shaft isn't happy. Shaft is looking for the waitress, can't find her. Christian Bale comes back. Shaft arrests him, arrests Mario Van Peebles, who is the alligator of the neighborhood, who finds ways to deal drugs, but he wants to get into like some upscale drug dealing. So as Christian Bale finds out about Peebles, he decides he wants him to find the waitress and get her killed so he can get off scot-free no matter what. Shaft is investigating this whole thing. Shaft goes after him. Shaft, when this whole thing went down with Christian Bale getting bail and getting out again, he threw his badge at the judge, ends up giving him carte blanche to kill as many people in the neighborhood as possible.
10.
He eventually gets into a car crash with Peoples, ends up killing him, then goes to court. The mom of Mekhi Phifer kills Christian Bale, and we get that sweet, sweet theme music.
Quack.
Maze?
3, 2, 1. Detective Shaft shows up at a crime scene outside a bar where a racist trust fund kid bludgeoned a black guy to death with a stanchion. Shaft stupidly decides to punch the rich guy twice in front of cameras, which leads to the rich guy getting released on bail. 2 years later, Shaft is on a drug bust, confronts Peoples Hernandez, a Dominican drug dealer who fancies himself king of the neighborhood. Shaft arrests Peoples on a flimsy charge of assaulting an officer. Shaft gets the tip that Richie Rich is arriving via private plane, arrests him at the airport, throws him in the same holding cell as Peoples, where they exchange numbers. Shaft's friends and family, including his uncle, the original Shaft, throw him a surprise party at the Lenox Lounge to celebrate his arrest. Back in court, Richie Rich makes bail again to everyone's dismay. Shaft throws his badge at the judge and quits, then complains to his uncle about all the hoops he had to jump through as a cop. Did I mention that a waitress witnessed the original murder? No? Guess I forgot about it like Shaft did for 2 fucking years. Richie Rich steals his mom's jewelry and uses it to hire Peoples to kill the waitress. Peoples then pays dirty cops from Shaft's precinct to find the waitress. Shaft robs Richie Rich in disguise, plants the money on the dirty cops, hoping Peoples will turn on them. Instead, Shaft leads everyone to the waitress. Big shootout. Peoples' brother dies. Shaft trying to get the waitress to testify, another shootout, car chase, dirty cops, and Peoples both die. Back to the courthouse, but before the waitress can testify, the grieving mother avenges her son's death by shooting Richie Rich point blank. Why did she wait until they had a witness? No idea. Shaft's gonna go into business with his uncle.
5.
Couple of Shafts cutting it up.
Oh, would you like those extra 3 seconds that Mayes had?
Let me try. So with the 5 seconds that I had before, right? So I got 8 seconds.
You got 8 seconds.
Peoples tries to get Don Jr. to sell drugs at the Harvard Club and bumps the wire is murdered after he gets caught snitching to Shaft by dirty cops. Don Jr. pawns Melania's jewelry in order to pay Peoples, but he gets mugged by Shaft and then plants the money on the dirty cops.
Time.
I didn't get to talk about the dump.
Why did you start there?
You already did that part.
Why would you start at the end where you can finish the movie?
I wanted to get the Melania Trump joke in there, and then I thought I could get to the...
Okay.
This episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Atlassian makes the team collaboration software that powers enterprise businesses around the world, including over 80% of the Fortune 500. With Atlassian's AI-powered software like Jira, Confluence, and Loom, you'll have more time to do the work that matters. In fact, Atlassian customers experience a 25% reduction in project duration per year. Unleash the potential of your team at Atlassian.com. Atlassian.
BTW, FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an adjustable implant, 68 milligrams radio pain. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct. Man, there's a lot.
Really?
John Singleton wanted Don Cheadle as Shaft, but producer Scott Rudin insisted that a major box office draw should play the role. Will Smith was considered. Wesley Snipes was also considered and publicly blasted John Singleton. Quote, "If you're going to do a remake, there's only one person that can do that. Snipes. Period." I was offered the film and it was horrible. It was an insult.
He calls himself Snipes?
He sure does.
Shaft. Snipes.
Dog. That's incredible.
It was an insult not only to the African-American culture, but an insult to what the icon of Shaft was.
Zach, that's not it for casting decisions because John Leguizamo was originally supposed to be Peoples Hernandez.
And then they saw the pest.
But dropped out to work on Moulin Rouge.
Oh.
And do you know who was supposed to play Walter Wade Jr., the role that eventually went to Christian Bale?
Tom Cruise?
Close. Vin Diesel.
Oh, that is not a good idea. That would have been real bad.
Very different movie.
Mark Sinclair?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
John Singleton's original idea was for the main character to be the son of John Shaft and that the two Shafts would work together. Oh. He wanted Chris Tucker for Shaft's son and Lauryn Hill to play his little sister.
Careful with those videos.
Singleton said MGM balked at a $25 million film that they viewed as targeted to black audiences. Producer Scott Rudin considered the film bankable by the precedent of Jackie Brown, Quentin Tarantino's 1997 homage to the blaxploitation movie.
File.
Singleton has not missed the irony of black cinema's favorite private investigator being indirectly revived by Tarantino, a white filmmaker with a penchant for the N-word. Quote, "Quentin is like the cat looking into the fishbowl," Singleton says. "I'm from the fishbowl." Rudin demanded the main character be changed to Shaft's nephew and for Richard Roundtree's participation to be reduced.
Wow.
Christian Bale, who again was their second choice after Vin Diesel, didn't have any interest in playing the part of the villain as he just finished making American Psycho. But he was reading through lines with Toni Collette, who played the part of the witness in the film, one day and decided to give it another go as the villain after all.
That's got to be the only time in history Vin Diesel was considered before Christian Bale.
Considered, offered, and turned it down.
That's crazy.
And then they said, all right, give me Christian Bale, I guess.
Well, Zach, Christopher Nolan actually considered Vin Diesel for Bruce Wayne Batman before he turned it down.
That I'm here for. Now you've made those movies good.
I thought you were going to say for the prestige.
Scott Rudin vetoed the idea of a father-son team-up and brought in Richard Price to do rewrites as he considered the original script to be too risque with too many sex scenes. Singleton's fury at the result was compounded by Jackson's, in his own words, quote, refusing to say that white man's lines. We had battles, Singleton admits, a lot of battles. And when Richard Price rewrote my stuff, he exhales, pushing dead matches around the ashtray. Like where the waitress says to Shaft, you coming home with me? Price had him say, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to do anything tonight. Like, what? This is Shaft. He should say, it's my duty to please that booty.
Oh, boy.
So I'd go up to Sam's trailer and say, here's what you're going to say. And he'd say, let's go. And the studio would complain that we weren't shooting the script. Well, fuck you. The script is whack. Rudin provoked a furor by hiring 6 African Americans out of a crew of 125. Singleton, quote, his crew were all very professional, but I've been doing this since I was 22. I've been nominated for Academy Awards. I know what I'm doing. But a lot of them were like, who's this kid? And if I learn anything on this movie, it's that I've got passion. And for people who don't, I make them see how trite their lives are.
Damn.
Did you say furor?
Relax.
Play it back.
Samuel L. Jackson and John Singleton had numerous disagreements, as May just said, with co-writer Richard Price and producer Scott Rudin over lines in the script that they found racially and sexually offensive. In one scene, to which Jackson objected, featured Shaft tossing a candy bar at a sexual partner when she wants him to take her out for dinner.
Word leaked to the press of trouble on set. Singleton, it was alleged, preferred entertaining, quote, sexy young extras to appearing behind the camera. Singleton, quote, so I'm supposed to be fucking 2 broads in my trailer and there's girls on set whose job it is to suck my dick? Like I've got the whole studio on my back and I'm in my trailer fucking 2 women? I mean, I'm in there meticulously looking at every shot. The life is to get your ass together and change up a scene in 10 minutes because you're wasting $200,000 a day. And you have to rewrite line after line because your actor won't leave his trailer because he's mad at the producer and he thinks the script is whack. That's what I do, you know? They don't pay me a whole lot of money to get my dick sucked. God knows I wish they did.
Wow. The cast features 2 Marvel characters, future Nick Fury and Samuel L. Jackson, and future Gore, the God Butcher, and Christian Bale. 3, if you count Joseph Sommer, he played the president in X-Men Last Stand. 4, if you count Uatu the Watcher.
John Singleton planned a sequel where Shaft battles drug lords in Jamaica, but the film's mediocre box office returns and Sam Jackson's disappointment with the film stopped any plans of a sequel until 2019. According to an interview with Christian Bale, one of the main reasons he took the role was because of a fight scene between Walter Wade Jr. and Shaft on an airport runway. The scene was filmed but cut to make room for more scenes with Jeffrey Wright, who scored highly with preview audiences.
Walter Wade was supposed to be the big bad villain, but the producers decided they wanted Jeffrey Wright to be more of a villain, and so that's why they rewrote it so that
it's the right decision.
Jeffrey Wright. Sam Jackson says this is some repugnant shit, a line he said in Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown.
Oh, get her done.
Royale with cheese. The Royale with Cheese Award.
There you go.
That's not a bad award.
What would that be for? Anytime there's a callback to another movie you've been in?
Basically anything that Pauly Shore does.
Shaft wears a total of 9 different coats during the course of the movie.
Whoa.
How many hats?
And the word fuck is used 165 times.
I'd say at least 4 hats.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something that's groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Whoa, hold on, man. You following me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Luis Pineda Award.
Okay, all right.
Christian Bale.
We have to remember Christian Bale is British.
Yeah, all of that.
Jeffrey Wright, Dominican. Luger asking how he sounded during the robbery. And Busta Rhymes, Italian.
Italian, yep.
It's got to be Jeffrey Wright.
Absolutely.
I mean, come on. That motherfucker.
You
got a beanie car?
Oh, all right. Be careful. I don't think you can say it.
I can't. I'm Teflon Don, nigga.
Let's show them who the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five Horsemen, Ice Pick, Diagonal Screen Wipes, Hats, Disembodied Voice, Facial Hair.
Disembodied Voice is strong. Banter, TGT, Murder,
Bad Cops,
Theme Song,
Police Brutality,
Private Eye Brutality.
Still Police Brutality, because remember, the guy sees him do it.
They helped, yeah.
Nod, like, yeah, good job.
I think it's Police Brutality.
I would say Bad Cops includes that.
He's not a good detective.
Nobody is.
No, there's not a competent cop in this whole thing.
I don't know if we called attention to this. The drug bust, they don't find anything.
Insane.
They find paraphernalia and money, some loose change.
That's why Peoples is out of jail after the weekend.
Yeah.
There was a point where I said, they never explained to us how Peoples got out. Then I realized, yeah, he got arrested on some bullshit.
Yeah, they can't make anything stick.
All right, it's Bad Cop.
And then once he leaves the department, no one does any police work. They all follow him around the entire time.
Bad Cops.
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on, fuck it, ass off. Ass on, fuck it, ass off.
Michael Bean Memorial Ass On Award. It's Richard Cocchiaro and Ron Castellano as the Meatball Brothers.
No.
No way.
You're not doing that to fucking fettuccine and Alfredo.
Rasan pretending to be from Publishers Clearinghouse. Or Busta Rhymes as Rasan.
Busta Rhymes.
I kind of like the Rasan pretending to be from Publishers Clearinghouse.
He doesn't even get close to selling it.
I'd also offer up, look, if this dude's not being horny in a movie, I don't think he's very good. Judge Commissioner Gordon. Not a good judge.
Oh, wow. Really?
As someone who's worked in the court system, no authority from that judge. Even when he threw Bust out, real weak.
I really think it's the Meatball Brothers. I want them recognized for their work.
No way.
Absolutely not. They're so good.
Fettuccine and Alfredo.
Come on. Can we commemorate them, please?
We might.
We're not giving them ass off.
It's not up to you. It's up to me and Amin.
So who's ass on?
Rasan.
Rasan pretending to be from Publishers Clearinghouse.
It's the closest I'll get to my actual pick, which is Busta Rhymes is the worst actor in this movie. But if it's got to be Rashawn, well, so be it.
I was going to say, that's not fair. This is one of his first movies, but I forgot like 8 years earlier he was in Higher Learning.
Carl Weathers, Memorial Ass Off Award. Samuel L. Jackson as Shaft. Christian Bale as Walter Wade Jr. Toni Collette as the waitress. And Jeffrey Wright as Peoples Hernandez.
You forgot a couple of people.
Fettuccine and Alfredo.
Ronnie from Jersey Shore.
And Joey Fatter One. It's tough, man. I kind of think it's Jeffrey Wright.
I think he's doing the most. I think everybody's good for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, Sam's great. Bale's great.
Vanessa's great.
Vanessa's not great. She's
great.
She's good.
She's the fine-ass lady cop who is not a love interest.
Well, kiss her on the cheek.
No, I mean, that was because he cares. Shaft cares.
To please that booty.
No.
That's his duty.
No, Zach.
Look it up.
Not her booty.
I think I got to go Jeffrey Wright.
It's hard not to, man. Because beyond doing an accent, beyond
the posture, the way he carries himself.
It's the shit.
The way he poops.
Nothing signifies it better than when he's telling the dirty cops there's no money because the white boy got mugged.
Yeah.
The way he delivers all that.
Back to God.
Or when he talks to the cops like he's a cop.
Please step out of the car. Yeah, Jeffrey Wright. It's a tour de force.
You're good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
To fit you like a baseball mitt, like a glove, I hope.
Golden Dumpster nominees. KKK napkin scene.
Oh.
Peoples Hernandez introduction and Shaft throwing the basketball. Shaft throwing his badge at the judge. Like a throwing star. Shaft forgetting he already asked a question. Oh, you answered that one. My bad. People's taking a shit while turning a trust fund kid into a drug dealer. People stabbing himself repeatedly with the ice pick after his brother is killed.
Fucking kill me.
And then,
Wahlberg.
I'm not your enemy. I'm Peoples.
Other entries we have Busta Rhymes yelling, yo, get the broad in the fucking car. You mentioned the opening scene, Maze, or should I say the opening scene?
Kind of that whole thing.
They don't serve no malt liquor in here. No malt liquor.
Jesus.
All right? No. All right. Calling Shaft to gloat from Switzerland.
Crazy move.
Disembodied voice yelling, get the fuck out of the road. What the fuck are you on, crackhead? And I know what it's going to sound like, but we have no idea. And People's nodding towards the gun and saying, you know what that's going to sound like?
I've got the cop car siren that you slap on the hood when he says, because you always take care of your peoples. And he says, yeah, actually, more or less.
Yeah, you got it.
Bale, when he looks into the trap house. Oh, hi. Cafe scene. Heard you need a job at this. Busta Rhymes practicing her name, fucking it up, getting it right, and then going to the door and fucking up her name again is a golden dumpster. Shaft yelling out of nowhere, it's Giuliani time.
Oh, God, it's Giuliani time, golden dumpster.
But you know what? It's fettuccine and Alfredo.
Damn it.
The Meatball Boys.
They're mine too.
Oh, are they? Oh, I'll take something else. I'll change mine to the cafe scene.
I cannot deviate from no 40s, no chronic, no Indo.
Yeah, that's...
Hey, dog, is you deaf? Holla back. You got that, Tupac? That whole scene.
And then Maze, you're going with...
The Meatball Brothers. Fettuccine and Alfredo.
Ronnie or Joey Fatter one.
The way they roll their fat asses out of the back door to come and do a shot.
Like fucking Super Mario Brothers characters.
Unbelievable, man.
Where? They move like Pac-Man.
Well, I mean, you picked it, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I like that.
Phobe or file?
Blame it on the nostalgia. Blame it on the 20 CB fashion. Blame it on the soundtrack, which has not one but two entries in my CT5 best songs in Cinephobe history. This is a file, boys. Samuel L. Jackson, Christian Bale, Jeffrey Wright, Toni Collette, Vanessa Williams, all of them deliver virtuoso performances. And when I think about it, even though Samuel L. is a bigger star at that point, he's still not where he is now.
Right.
This is like one of his early leading roles. Would you say Long Kiss Goodnight, was he the leading role in that one?
I don't know that that's his leading role, though.
I kind of feel like it was Gina Davis.
Yeah. At best, I think he's 1B to her 1A.
Pulp Fiction is too much of an ensemble. Jackie Brown, maybe?
That's Pam Grier.
That's Pam Grier, okay. Is that you being horny or is...
No, the point of the movie is reviving Pam Grier's career.
It's called Jackie Brown.
Got it. And you're also horny, though.
Well, I mean, it's Pam Grier, man. Like,
yeah, there you go.
I am but a man.
This is his first leading role, really. Young Christian Bale, young Jeffrey Wright. All of that shit is pretty crazy. This is a file for me.
Mace?
Looking at the cast and crew before even starting it, it's loaded. And you think this is going to be not just a good Cinephobe movie, but a legitimately good movie.
Yeah.
And I think it was for about the first 30 to 35 minutes, and then the plot kind of falls apart.
When does it fall apart for you again? I can't remember what you said.
It's really when Christian Bale is talking to his dad, and his dad is kind of weak, and then it turns into, let's find the waitress. She hasn't really left town, like Richie from Out for Justice.
That's right. It's like Conan the Destroyer, a hard left in the desert.
She's right there.
Yeah.
And then we find the waitress, and she's going to testify. Nope. Mekhi Phifer's mom shoots Christian Bale point blank.
Film noir.
So the plot fell apart for me. And once I read the trivia, they brought Richard Price in to completely rewrite John Singleton's script, and he didn't get to make the movie he wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining that Shaft is probably way more Shaft-like throughout the entire movie, which kind of goes away. He turns into a guy who kills a bunch of people. He's not really that smooth in like the last 40 minutes of the movie. So it's a file, and I enjoyed it for this podcast, but I think it left a lot on the board and wasn't as good as I hoped.
You know what that kind of reminds me of is how I feel about the movie American Hustle. I actually don't think it's a very good movie front to back.
Bradley Cooper,
Christian Bale, Amy Adams, Jennifer Lawrence.
The casting's incredible. The acting's incredible. The story sucks. Not befitting of the performances and everything. The cast in this is ridiculous. I think the banter makes up for the bad action. I don't know how we would even replicate this. You're not going to get me to phobe a movie with fettuccine and Alfredo. We're sweeping it. it's a file. Those two meatballs came rolling onto the scene, and I couldn't have been happier.
You best kill me. You best kill me.
Careful.
You best kill me, motherfucker.
Be careful, okay? Make sure you send us your phobe file, Golden Dumpster, Ass On, Ass Off, Five Horsemen, Lewis Pinnock, or whatever the fuck Mace said, at Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Core Muscle, at Cinephobe Pod, at Count the Digs.
Luis Puñeta.
Or drop it in the Discord by being a Patreon member at patreon.com/countthedings.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
Well, Zach, how many more picks will you pick?
Well, I think I should get the rest of the year, but I pick here for sure.
Are you daisy chaining off of wanting the Punani to another Seagal movie?
As we've established earlier, I really don't like that Mace is trying to control what I say, how I say it. I have a vagina. Last time I picked, you were like, don't pick another fucking Seagal movie. And so I thought, all right, you want me to not pick a Seagal movie? I won't pick a Seagal movie. The pick that I wanted to make to punish you is a rental.
That hasn't stopped you before.
It hasn't, but for Seagal, I'm willing to do it. All Seagal rentals are worth it. This one, I don't know that it would be worth it, but I'm not going to pick that yet. I started looking at daisy chaining with Police Academy.
Oh, wow.
They're all rentals.
They all qualify, by the way.
They all qualify and they're all rentals because I have picked a lot of rentals. And even though I'm mad at Maze for trying to control my free speech, Chlap yak ma beat ne yaki problem. What I'm going to do is daisy chain off them calling Walt Wade Jr. Richie Rich to the movie Richie Rich, which is on Netflix.
Oh.
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay's back.
Right in the sweet spot of 1994.
Take me back.
It's a double qualifier.
It's a DQ.
No, that's not a thing.
It's a DQ. It's a double qualifier.
It's another Macaulay Culkin Christmas release.
We really turned this into Macaulay-phobe, man. Macaulay file. Yeah. Cinemacaulay?